guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So it's been a little while since I've actually updated you on the F80, and that is mainly because I have been so busy that I truly have not had much time to spend with the car. But in the downtime, I have been acquiring quite a few parts, but I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update since it's been a while since we did anything on the F80. Really, we haven't made much videos on here on this car in quite some time. So wanted to update you guys on everything that we got going on here and kind of let you know what the future holds for the F80. So in my downtime, as I mentioned, I have been acquiring quite a few things. And the main reason why there hasn't been much on the car is because I've been incredibly happy with it. Very content with the current modifications, where it's sitting, sounding, feeling, everything about it. And there really wasn't much left on my list that I wanted to do. Although there was a few other things on my list that I said maybe one day, if I have the time, also the money to be able to get this done, I would do it. And what I wanted to do was just kind of wait until all this stuff came in, just kind of, save up, take some time and get what I really wanted. And the last few things on my list are currently right here. And also, I truly haven't had the time to actually drive the car. It's been about 2 months since I've taken this car out of the garage. And yes, I know this is a temporary spot. I'll update you guys in a future video. I'm actually in the process of currently renovating and completely doing a new house, a new garage and everything like that. So I'll update you guys on all that when the time comes. It's going to take a while. It's not something that happens overnight, a week, a couple months. This is a pretty darn big project. So I'll update you guys when that happens. It's going to be pretty amazing. I'm very excited to kind of share that process with you guys. So let's go ahead. Let's start getting into the modifications I got going on here, the details of it, and what it's going to do for the car. So everything that we got going on here are all driver enhancing modifications, things that's going to make the car drive better, make the experience better. That is stuff that I love doing on all of my cars. Aesthetics and stuff are always great, but anything that makes the experience that much better, I'm all for. I love doing bushings. I love doing things that you can actually feel and just make the car drive better. And everything that we got going on here is 110% going to do it for this car. So let's get into the first thing. I know you guys want to hear about the wheels, so let's get into that first. All right, so as you guys know, or you may know, these are BBS E88s. Now you guys may think I'm crazy because I've already had a set of BBS E88s. And let's go into kind of quick detail as to why I got another set and why my first set I ended up selling not too long after I had them. So first off, let's go over the specs. So what these actually are, these are BBS E88s from Team Schrimmer. So if you guys know Team Schrimmer, they're out in Germany. They make some amazing cars, very big into M cars, obviously, and they have a Schrimmer spec set of E88s. I picked these up from Performance Euroworks. They're actually the #1 and only dealer in the United States that sells directly from Team Schrimmer. So if you guys are looking for anything Team Schrimmer, hit up Performance Euroworks. They're out in Illinois. The owner, Alex Roy, amazing guy. I actually know him from all the way back in the M3 forum days. Him and I used to talk all the time back in the day, and pretty cool to kind of connect again and be able to kind of put this together. The fourth wheel's not here. It's actually arriving today. It is a rear. It's the passenger rear. So that one is going to be here kind of shortly. So we'll see when I get this video done. Maybe the fourth one will be here. But these are BBS E88s, Schrimmer spec. Schrimmer spec is the offset and everything. So 18x10 plus 21.5 up front, and then 18x11 plus 34.5 out rear. So that is what a Schrimmer spec E88 is. Also, another part of the Schrimmer spec is the hardware. So this has the upgraded M7 hardware out back. So you can see the larger hardware in the back there. On a normal spec E88, they have M6 bolts, which are much smaller and more prone to cracking. These are M7 made of steel, so they're stronger. Obviously got to hold to get the wheel together better, and they're not going to break. I've seen some horror stories of the factory BBS M6 bolts breaking, so definitely nice to have the upgraded hardware. Now I decided to go with the same exact tire that I absolutely love. I have them on the RIAs, the Falken RT660, although these are the Falken RT660 Pluses. So this is the new version of the 660s. Basically, it's the same treadwear, but there's a few differences in terms of the performance aspect of it. The better at dissipating heat and everything. They're also a little bit lighter as well. Nothing that I'm truly going to feel on the street, but that is the differences basically between the two. The exact same sizing and everything like that, so there's nothing crazy about it. It's pretty much the exact same tire, just the newer version. In terms of sizing, the rears, I went with my tried and true 295/30 18 out back, exact same tire as that. And then in the front, I have been going with two 75/35s on my last two set of wheels. So on my last set of 88s, as well as the RIAs, they're both 275/35, but I decided to step down to a 265, which in my opinion looks so much better on a 10-inch wheel. It's going to be able to give me that extra clearance, and also the ratio between the front and the rears is much better. A 275/35 and a 295/30 out back, the ratio is a little off, and the front tire is actually a little bit taller, so it kind of throws the speedo off a little bit at speed. Not crazy amount, but definitely something you can notice. And a 265/35 and a 295/30 ratio front and rear is a much better spec in terms of the overall ratio. The speedo is much more correct and everything. So that is the ratio or the tire sizing that you want to do front and back. Also, it's going to give me that little bit of extra clearance as well, because 275/35s up front are massive. And if you guys know, on these, I had to run a 10mm spacer to clear the KW spring. So having a 265 is going to give me a little bit extra clearance. I think it's just going to look better overall. But as you can see, we went with my color combo, my colorway that I've always wanted to do, and that is a gloss black lip, a gloss black barrel, as well as a satin black face. So this is exactly what I wanted all along. My first set was silver. I wasn't crazy about how silver looked on my car. It looks cool, but it just didn't click for me. I much prefer darker wheels. I know it's not for everybody, but black wheels, gunmetal wheels, darker colored wheels are something that I always go for. It's just kind of what I like. So I'm sorry for all the chrome lip and chrome guys and everything, just not me. I much prefer this. But these were custom done by Performance Euroworks. The finish is insane, probably the best finish I've ever seen on any set of custom wheels that I have personally owned. It looks amazing. The gloss black lips look so good. And also the satin black face just looks incredible. It has the right amount of sheen. It's not super glossy like these. It's just absolutely perfect. And it turned out so amazing. I can't wait to get these on the car. I'm very much looking forward to it. Next video, we'll be mounting these up and kind of showing you guys. So in the video installing the wheels, I'll go over as to why I decided to go with another set of 88s. But I'm much happier with these. Let's just say the first set that I had wasn't exactly what I wanted in terms of the color, tires, the sizing and everything like that. It was a little bit different. And they were used as well, whereas these are brand new. So given the state of the car and how I modify, getting a brand new set of E88s was always something I wanted to do. So I'm much happier with this set, but we'll go into more detail when I'm installing the wheels in the next video as to you know, what the differences were and why I decided to go another set. But let's jump over to the next mod and see what we're doing here. All right, so one of the things on the F80 that I wasn't crazy about is the overall size of the steering wheel, the diameter of it. I always felt that it was a little too large. I do love my OEM M2 CS steering wheel and everything that's done to it, but I always felt that it was a little too large. And any other car that I've driven with a smaller diameter wheel, more specifically the GT3, the 991.2 GT3, the FL5 Type R, and even going way back to my 2013 WRX, my hatchback, I upgraded to a GT spec steering wheel, which was a smaller diameter than stock. And it just totally changed the driving experience. It made it that much better. Feels so much better. And even on my E46 M3, I always felt that the steering wheel on that car was smaller diameter as well. I believe this one is 378 millimeters. So it's on a little bit of a larger side. I'm not a big fan of it. To me, it just, I don't know, something about it felt weird. So I was always looking for an OEM option that was a smaller diameter wheel. Unfortunately, they don't have that. So I started eyeing up JQ Works. JQ Works actually released their new Gen 2 podium line. So I got everything that you need to make this install pretty awesome. I ended up getting the DID, which is the new digital display in the Gen 2, which is awesome. This is all the canvas and everything that you need to, all the wiring. I also got dual paddle shifters, which is crazy on a manual transmission car. These are actually going to be functioning as my blinkers, as well as my high beams and the windshield wipers to be able to do a quick wipe. So it's going to serve a really great function, driving around and just kind of enjoying the car and everything while still being able to have the cool paddle shifters. This right here is the main part of the steering wheel. This is the actual hub and where all the buttons and everything are located. This thing is absolutely incredible. Buttons feel amazing. You can program it to whatever that you want. All the factory buttons and everything on the stock steering wheel, you can program exactly to this. So it's not like you're losing anything. and it feels amazing. I can't wait to install this. Now, I've had this when they did the release of this, which was about 2 months ago, so it's kind of been chilling here. But again, I have been so busy that I truly haven't had the time to kind of get this done. But I promise you, we're gonna be installing that and doing a whole video on that. I will show you guys how to do that. The steering wheel, I decided to go with not the smallest option they have, but the second smallest option, which is the Sparco, I believe it's called the L360 if I'm not mistaken. I forget what it's called, I think it's the L360, but I went with the suede version. So there we go, it's the D-shaped steering wheel, and it's gonna look absolutely amazing. And it's gonna feel amazing in the car, and I can't wait to get this on. This is gonna be such a huge, huge better driving experience than the stock wheel on this car. And I'm looking forward to installing this. So it's gonna be a kind of a lengthy install. Just, I wanna show all the details and everything. So when I have the time, I'll do that. But there we go, there's the update on the steering wheel. Should be really, really cool. And no, I am not selling my OEM M2 CS steering wheel, so do not ask, I'm keeping that. But I always wanted to try this out and see what it's gonna do for the car. Last thing that we got going on here, oh, actually there's one more thing I'll show you over there. But the last mod that we got going on here is the KMP differential bracket and bushing kit. Now, I did a whole video discussing the different options for this car and what this actually does for the car. And I decided on the KMP. I felt that the KMP was the most complete and also the best, I don't want to say looking, but one of the best options that you can get for this car. Now, I know there's other options out there, and I know there's other popular ones that people do, but for me, the KMP was it. Now, why did I decide on the KMP? One, first of all, Team Shrimmer actually uses a version of this. I believe they have some different bushings and stuff for them to use on the actual racetrack, but they actually use a version of the KMP, which is really cool. So that was a win in my book. Number two, it actually lifts the diff up 10 millimeters. And the reason why I wanted to get one that had a lift is because obviously you guys can see I am lowered. And when you lower the car, it actually throws off the geometry and the angle of the axles. And being able to lift the diff up, it's actually going to lift the axles to the proper spec, and they're going to prolong the life of the axles. So being as low as I am as well, this actually lifts up the diff 10 millimeters. So it's going to give me that extra clearance, and being as low as I am, that is definitely going to go in my benefit. And I'm looking forward to that because it's really, really going to overall make this car driving experience that much better. Now, you guys are probably going to say you are going to get a lot of NVH, and yes, I am, but I am welcoming that. I want that. The F80 M3 from the factory is kind of, I don't want to say watered down, but it's pretty quiet. It's more geared towards daily driving than taking this thing on the track and it being a fun car. And for me, this is my fun car. So I want all of the experience. I want all of the noises. I want everything. I want it to be such a cool experience that it makes me want to take this car out every single day and just have a lot of fun with it. So the extra differential whine that this is going to offer, I'm very excited for it. Not to mention it's going to plant the rear end even more. We're not going to have any more wheel hop when we are coming from a dig. And from what I have heard doing diff kits, it just truly makes this car feel so much better on the rear end. It just plants it on the ground and it makes the driving experience that much better. So all three of these modifications here is going to make this car insane. It's going to take it to the next level. And not to mention the wheels as well. These things are crazy light, even comparing to the RIAs. So having the lighter wheel feel, as well as the smaller diameter steering wheel, and the diff kit over here, it's going to take this car to the next level. I got one more thing that I want to show you. It's a very small modification, but something else I got waiting over there. So let me get that real quick. All right, so the last thing I got, this is just one part of it. There's more over there, but I just took this piece out. This is actually the new Horizon Motorsports amber and white DRLs. So I know a lot of you have seen the headlights where you're able to swap between different colors just with the high beam stock. You're able to flash it 3 times and it changes the colors of the daytime running lights. But that is the whole entire headlight, which are aftermarket. They're not the factory icons. But Horizon Motorsport actually came out with a DRL kit, so it's just replacing the DRLs that's able to do it. So I got the amber and white color. Now you can get yellow and white as well. But I thought it was going to be pretty cool because I have been thinking about going back to white, which I still do have, but having the option to be able to swap back and forth just on the fly with the high beam stock, I thought was going to be pretty cool. So got these from Horizon Motorsports, got the rest of all the plugs and harnesses and everything that you need to be able to do that in the box over there. And yeah, so this is what we got going on for the F80. I know it's been a while. I promise you, I'll update you guys when the time allows, but I'm very, very much looking forward to getting all this stuff on the car. But that is going to do it in terms of the updates. It's a lot. It's a big pile of modifications, pretty expensive pile of modifications, but I've been saving up. I've been waiting to get all this stuff. This is kind of the last things on the list that I've always wanted to do this car. And while I have it and while it's kind of currently sitting where it is, I figured might as well kind of go all out and truly, truly complete this build with these last few modifications on the car. Now, obviously, I'll update you guys when I can. The diff kit, I'm going to be getting that installed at Auto Couture. I do not want to do that install. Not fun, but everything else here I'll be doing on my own and showing you the install of that and everything, kind of showing you the process like I normally do. So that will be fun. It is getting colder, so my motivation is pretty low lately just because I don't want to come out here in the cold and, install stuff on the car that I'm not necessarily going to be using anytime soon. So we'll see. When the time allows, I'll get the videos out and everything and show you guys. But the wheels for sure, I'm actually putting them on tomorrow. I'm going to be ceramic coating them tonight, getting them ready for install. And yeah, so that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all about the upcoming mods or anything else on the car, please let me know in the comments below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple. I'll catch you guys in the next one.